Hey everybody, it's Kneecap here, and welcome to This Week in WoW for the week of February 27th. As always, we'll get started with the Mythic Plus affixes for this week. This week we have Tyrannical, Incorporeal, and Spiteful. Again, that's Tyrannical, Incorporeal, and Spiteful. We're back to the kind of not fun weeks. Not that, I know towards the end of the season, the reality is people pretty much don't have fun with any affixes, and especially towards the end of the season. I don't know if it's because people are like hitting their heads on the same highness of keys or whatever. That's when, getting rid of all affixes gets talked about a lot more, which I'm not against that talk, by the way, but it gets talked about a lot more as you get further into a season or whatever. This is not a fun week. Tyrannical, Incorporeal, Spiteful. So by no means is it the most difficult thing. Obviously you just have to deal with the Incorporeal. We've talked about on this channel a lot, Incorporeal and, gosh, why is it escaping me? Afflicted. Incorporeal and Afflicted are just, way heavier weighted affixes than the other ones. So those weeks are going to be inherently harder and inherently less enjoyable for many folks. So it is what it is. And we're just on another one of those weeks. And, we can talk more and more about affixes and stuff, but this is not the video to do that. Let's go ahead and talk about the next thing that I have up right here before we jump into game, because there is one big thing happening, and later on today I could have a video about this, especially, if it has to do with what I want it to do. But Blizzard, now I have this up, so I'm going to address the large elephant in the room here. They call their thing This Week in WoW, which is what I called my thing much before they called it this. So yeah, I don't know about that, but anyways, they're going to do 8 new hero talent trees this week, and I hope that one of those can feature Rat Paladin, at least one of those, because technically there's going to be 2 that have red in it. So hopefully at least one of these features Rat Paladin, and I can do a video on that and talk about that in depth. I think it's probably likely that it is, because Rat Paladin is a very highly played spec in the game from players of all calibers. And so hopefully we can see some Rat Paladin stuff. If there is, I will do a deep dive on it video, and it'll be up later today if that is the case. But either way, even if it isn't Rat, for everyone else out there, 8 new hero talent trees. These have been met with first excitement, and then criticism, and then a little bit of excitement, more criticism. We'll see. Obviously, I don't think anyone will really know until it's an alpha, and it's just people either positivity spiraling or doom spiraling, right, until we actually get to play with them, and then we can actually decide which one of those, if either, is true. But yeah, so let's go ahead and hop into what's going on in game. So we at least had that one big announcement that's going to be happening with the 8 hero talent trees. This week we don't have a lot as far as events and stuff like that go. We have PvP Brawl, we have Arena Skirmish. Not going to be too excited about those. We also do have Darkmoon Fair coming up towards the end of the week. Darkmoon Fair, pets, mounts, prizes. Hopefully a rework coming in the War Within, I guess. At this point is when we would hope for that rework to be. So hopefully that's going to be coming as well. But other than that, there isn't a ton going on in game this week whatsoever. So we're actually, glad to get that news as far as like the hero talent trees and stuff like that, because there isn't much else going on. Notably for my guild, I should probably mention Tindril got nerfed on mythic difficulty finally, and I shouldn't say finally because it already got nerfed, and that nerf was significant. My guild actually had a 1.7% pull, I believe, so a 10% health nerf to Tindril, all but assures that we kill that on Tuesday. We were so close to killing it, 1.7% before the nerf, but nevertheless, we will just be killing it with the nerfed version, I guess, and moving on to Frack, which was already nerfed anyway, so like substantially nerfed. So we'll just move on to that instead, most likely this week. So that did affect my guild, like right in the kisser, but the reality is Tindril did need nerfed. We could see that by the total number of kills was extremely low on Tindril, much lower than what you would expect on almost any other tier, and the other tiers where it's like similarly low also had gotten nerfed at some point, right, to inflate the number a little bit. It just was insanely low number, so it was definitely justified. There's actually a really nice post on difficulty of mythic rating. I might do a video on that. It's something I've talked about before, but this post was really nice and in-depth, and I'd love to go through and break it down, because I did agree with almost all of it, honestly. So Could be doing a video on that as well, which would be nice because I haven't had much stuff to make videos about lately. So that would be very nice to do. But yeah, as I said, there hasn't been much news lately. Has been a ton going on. Hero talent, if there's anything to do with Rat Paladin, hero talent tree video later. Maybe a talk about mythic rating in the game, which I've done before, but maybe I can do even more in depth. And yeah, that's what we can expect this week. So that's it for this one, guys. As always, I do ask you to please subscribe to the channel because it helps me out so much. And other than that, everybody have a good one.